Hello all, welcome to Ambari Cloud YouTube channel. Today I will be presenting how to convert Iceberg table to Delta table format using X table. Here I am going to use glue catalog. Okay, so what is the architecture here? I have a Iceberg table created through EMR, and I'm going to store the Iceberg information in the glue catalog. Then using X table from one house, I'm going to convert into a delta table. So the Iceberg table is converted into delta table. And also I'm going to show when you insert more data in Iceberg via glue, and then any incremental we're going to convert through again X table, so the delta table up to date on par with your Iceberg table. Okay, let's review some steps. So first we're going to create a Iceberg table which is going to store in glue catalog, and of course S3 is our storage. And then I'm going to walk through X table configuration. Where is the table located in S3 and the database name, table name, and then we're going to discuss about glue catalog. So whenever you use a catalog, you need to identify the corresponding implementation, catalog implementation, the information. We need to add that in the glue catalog configuration. I'm going to walk through what jar files I'm using it. Okay, so here the dataset configuration for X table. Here we're going to convert from Iceberg to Delta. Right, the source format has Iceberg, and the target is Delta. So using X table, you can do Delta to Iceberg, Iceberg to Delta, or Iceberg to Hoodie, or Iceberg to Delta and Hoodie together. You can do any vice versa combination. Then my Iceberg table here located in S3 bucket in orders directory. Database is prod, table name is of course orders. Then we need to provide the catalog information for X table configuration, right? So here the catalog implementation using the glue catalog. So in Iceberg library, there are different variety of catalogs. We need to define what catalog you are using, catalog implementation you are using. So then IO implementation, of course, S3 file IO. And these are the jar files I'm using. First jar file from one house, then rest two are Iceberg AWS 1.31 or bundle from Amazon, right? So AWS, whenever we want to write into S3, we have to use bundle jar. Then for Iceberg AWS, I'm using 1.3, but we should use latest 1.5. But for presentation, we are fine. Okay. So once you download those jar files, you need to run the Java program, and the class path is the location of your jar files. So here I'm already on that particular directory, which is basically demo X table directory, and so I don't have to do the entire path. But if you are running those jar files in some location, then you need to provide the path, the jar files path here. And then we already discussed about the data configuration, basically where is my table location, and then catalog information. This is how you're gonna execute the delta to Iceberg to delta conversion, right? Okay, so first we're gonna create a Iceberg table. Okay, so right now in my glue, right, let's go to my glue here. There is no tables. Then I'm going to S3 bucket. I don't have any data here. Okay, let's create a glue table. Okay, so watch here, the catalog implementation again glue, then IO implementation S3. So it depends on your catalog, if it is a IO catalog or Nessie catalog, REST catalog, you need to change this catalog info. Watch other videos, there are different catalog implementation I was presenting. Okay, So let's check the databases in my glue. Okay, I have, then if there is database exists, then create database prod, then use glue, then again any show tables. This is standard database. Okay, if the table exists, drop it, then I'm going to create a table. Okay, then I'm going to select the data. Right, I don't have any data. Let's check the snapshots. Right, since there's no data, no snapshot, I'm going to insert data here. Okay, and then I'm going to check the snapshot. Okay, let's check the S3. Okay, so these are data files here, and then the manifest list, and then manifest file, and then metadata JSON. Let's go to S3. Okay, so we create a ProdDB, orders, then data and metadata. Now let's go to glue here, then look at the glue catalog, then I have an orders table. Okay, so we are good to go on. Now let's convert. Okay, so here, so my catalog, right, I already mentioned to you. So we're converting Iceberg to Delta, and the order table, and the location of my order table, and then database name. Let's look at the catalog here, then the glue catalog, and then catalog name here. Okay, so let's look at my jar file here. So I'm going to copy. Okay, first I'm going to go to this directory. I'm going to run from shell. Okay, so before you run shell, you need to make sure set the environment paths for your the credentials. Okay, then so go to your directory here. Okay, so here all my jar files and everything is here, my jar files and everything, so that's why it's easy. Okay, I'm going to copy, I'm going to execute. So now it connects to S3, right? And then it knows the catalog information. It knows the dataset configuration, where is my file is located, and all the stuff. And so now it's going to convert this table, which is in Iceberg format, and convert it. Okay, so it's converted to Delta. Let's check on, okay, go to your S3. Now you see Delta directory here. So this is, again, there is no change in your data files. There is no change in Iceberg metadata, but it's created a metadata for your Delta table. Now let's read it from Spark. Okay. Now look at this one here, the catalog, right? Spark catalog here, Delta catalog, right? We are using it. Then we're gonna connect to S3, and I'm going to read the table here. So I'm reading the table directly from so I know that I don't have to. So basically here, the Delta configuration, then give the location of your table, and okay, I have one row. So in my Delta table, right? Now let's go back to, right, the Iceberg table. Let us insert new data. Okay. Okay, let's run it. Now we have additional data, right? Now let's go back to our Iceberg delta table. Again, one more run. Still one row because we have not run the conversion. So now since we added additional row, let the run the conversion again. Now it's going to be incremental conversion. Okay, let's wait for it. So meanwhile, let's go to the S3 here. Okay, now you have see the delta. Now you add one more JSON file here. Okay, so yes, it's completed here. Previously we have only one. Now let's go to here. Let's check the one more time. Now you will see two JSON files. Of course, since I added the data here, I have more the data files. Now let's run the my delta table. Okay, now it's previously we have one row in delta table. So now what happened here, as soon as you upload some additional data, update or delete, whatever you do in your Iceberg table, once you run the conversion to the X table, then delta table in sync with Iceberg table. So then using your any other delta projects, right? If you already have a Spark reading in delta format, and then you might be using Databricks, of course, right? That's where you are converting into delta. Databricks can read that table. Your one engine, the EMR, managing your Iceberg table, and right. So let's go back to here one more time, the architecture. So your engine, EMR or Spark, right, or any other, managing your Iceberg table, because it's through glue catalog, update, inserts or deletes are done, then Iceberg is, X table is converting into delta and read only. So this way, then another engine can read, which is Databricks engine, and or if you have a Databricks creating delta table, you can convert it into Iceberg table. Then EMR can read or Spark can read, right? So EMR, I'm using a context of Spark here, or you can connect to Snowflake or Dreamio or Trinio or Cloudera. Any other engines can read your Iceberg table. So this is how X table, definitely a great tool. Start you guys explore it. Then it's like one table format can be converted into any other table formats like Hoodie or Delta, and then any engine. So the analogy here I'm telling is, if you go to a restaurant where they have buffet, right? You can choose whatever food you want. If you don't like it, then you can choose another food, right? You can throw away the food you don't like it. So same data, different table formats, different engines. This is how you should explore in our architecture. Okay. So any questions? Reach out to me. Eskondapalli at Ambari Cloud. Then look at my YouTube channel. Then I have been uploading a lot of the Iceberg related topics and also DBT. Then soon I will add more LLM too. Okay. Thank you for listening.